putting the gas on, pressuring people, and doing the right thing. And he's extremely strong.
Merab's not an unbeatable guy, and I know that I can beat him.
I'm really motivated for this fight to, go and strike with Corey Sandhagen.
The stage is set for UFC 320, where Merab the Machine Dvalishvili is ready to put his legendary gas tank to the ultimate test. Known for his relentless pace and unmatched cardio, Merab's training for this fight has been nothing short of insane. As the most recent training footage was released, fans got a glimpse of what Merab has been cooking up, with none other than Demetrius Johnson, or better yet known as the Mighty Mouse. By his side, the energy in the gym had been electric. Throwing each other around and showing off their relative skills, both fighters proved during this training that they are worthy of their legendary names.
Ditch it with me now.
Moreover, Demetrius had nothing but praise to say about the Georgian fighter, claiming that he knew before sparring against him that he was one of the greatest fighters of his time. According to Demetrius, Merab has a slightly predictable style of fighting, using constant movement and quirky jabs to his advantage. All in all, Demetrius let the people know that Merab has the ability to pressurize his opponent into submission, which would come in handy in his UFC 320 fight.
My first impression of Merab's style when we first got started was exactly what I thought it would be when I watch him fight. Lots of movement, lots of feints, lots of quirky little things that he would do, but I wasn't surprised at all of what he was able to do. I've always had high praise about Merab. He does a good job of putting the gas on, pressuring people, and doing the right thing, and he's extremely strong.
Additionally, Demetrius let the audience know the exact power that the machine possessed, claiming that the fighter tended to get right into the match without any prior practice or warm-up. Demetrius expressed shock at the fact that Merab could somehow do anything, give it his 100%, and still prove himself to be better than the last time. After doing jiu-jitsu practice against the fighter, the Might Mouse admitted that Merab was a whole other beast.
He comes into practice and he jumps right into drilling, and what we were working on was basically some guard passing and then working on taking it back and doing an armbar there. And as you guys know, the machine is built different. He doesn't need to warm up. He gets right into it. It's one of the things that me and Alejandro laugh about. How does somebody just come in and just goes 100% and continues to get better? He's just built different.
How do you feel about drilling?
I used to. I don't drill much.
Yeah.
I don't drill. I like to go live.
Live all the time.
Yeah, but it's drill is good, of course.
Gotcha.
I wish I do.
Yeah. But you're like,
Furthermore, Merab's head coach John Wood could not help but boast to the world about the absolute prowess that the fighter holds, claiming that his performance in the training camp has been so commendable that people around him are wondering whether it was the same Merab they knew from before. Having complete faith in the fighter, John claimed that the world would see a powerful and better version of Merab in UFC 320, raising the stakes higher.
He's the top of his game, so it's a fun one to game plan for. I think it's going to be a hell of a fight, and I think it's going to be a typical Merab fight where the first couple rounds will be very interesting and very, high paced and fun. And then I truly think that Merab is going to do what Merab does, and he's going to do it in a bigger, better fashion than he ever has. Right now, that man is on a tear in the gym. I can't even express or explain how much better he is and how much better he's getting in this camp is just really it's almost jaw-dropping. Like there's people that are just everybody in the gym is buzzing about him. Everybody in the gym is going like, holy shit, where did this come from? Where did this version of this guy come from? And it really is just out Merab believing in himself in a different fashion now.
In addition to that, having sheer confidence in the abilities of the fighter and the way he is tearing through the UFC world and claiming wins to his name, Coach John stated that it would not be surprising if the fighter turns out to be on the fight card for the White House event. According to John, since the producers of the event want to make the White House event a banger, they would need fan favorites like Merab as the core fighter.
A Georgian machine at the White House, yes or no?
Oof. Yes.
That'd be a banger, man.
I
don't
think
know
so.
who it'd be against, but just I'm excited for that card.
I think so. I think that Merab has probably become one of the bigger stars in the UFC right now and fan favorite. Why wouldn't you? Like if you're trying to, obviously if you're going to do something special like the White House, you want to have a banger of a card. You want to have something that's huge, and that's probably where you might start to see the whole Pantoja Merab talk come in.
Interesting. Well, hey, lot to look forward to.
Moreover, Merab Dvalishvili himself stated in an interview that he is completely prepared to face off against his opponent for the coming UFC 320 card, having trained intensely for the face-off. Commenting on how everyone advised the fighter not to take up this bout, Merab promised to prove the critics wrong, forecasting a fight full of deadly exchanges and jabs from both sides.
People keep telling me, don't do this, don't listen, I do whatever I want, and I will prove it again. And like I'm really motivated for this fight to go and strike with Corey Sandhagen. It's an MMA fight, whatever it takes, but I'm really ready for exchange some big punches, and I think I can crack him, and that's the goal, but it's MMA fight, and we all see where fights will go. Don't be surprised if Corey Sandhagen will shoot on me too. And but I wanna exchange some big punches, and I'm my striking is good. I used to.
Furthermore, proving himself to be a humble yet hard-working fighter, Merab claimed that this matchup would not be as easy as people expect it to be, praising the fighting stature and prowess his opponent possesses. According to Merab, watching Corey Sandhagen's previous fights causes him to respect and appreciate the UFC 320 fight even more, understanding exactly what's on the line.
To do that, don't do that. Does that fire you up a little bit more?
No. He can.
No,
He was kind of joke or whatever. I mean, I don't
A
know.
little bit, yeah.
If he really believes, then no. He did say same interview. Then he has to respect my hands too. But I'm a mixed martial artist, and I'm a conflict fighter. And I can fight whatever fight will go. I wasn't able to take Jose Aldo down, but I beat him in striking. So. And I prove it, and I'm gonna prove it again. But now, like I said, I'm gonna hurt him.
On the other hand, Corey Sandhagen shared an interesting perspective that he has about the fight, claiming that he can't wait to get into the ring to beat his opponent. However, this excitement does not stem from the need to gain a legacy, but to steal away the thunder and hype that Merab has been enjoying. According to Corey, there is no possibility of Merab being able to defeat the fighter, so he'd be looking forward to seeing himself as the victor.
Merab's not an unbeatable guy, and I know that I can beat him, and the fact that he's put so high on a pedestal is great, because it makes me be able to just steal all of that hype from him, and then it just makes my stock go way through the roof even more. I also really like the feeling of I will be in charge of who I fight next and where it's going to be. I don't want to fight Umar, and I don't want to fight Petr Yan in the Middle East again. I want to fight them here stateside, where they can deal with the travel and all of that stuff. So I'm excited to get those two rematches done too, so that I can kind of, legacy isn't the most important thing to me, but beating Merab, who's again known as one of the greats and put really high on a pedestal.
Meanwhile, as the world wonders what the future of the fighter would hold and whether he would be able to prove himself as the legend people believe him to be, Merab gives little thought to the stress of the fight, hanging around with ease, along with Nina drama around the beautiful landscape and culture of his country, Georgia. While explaining the history of his cultural tradition, Merab was even seen joking about wanting to fight Putin.
they were supposed to fight in like Tekanchi and Kanchi, and they said, oh, maybe we should fight each other. And then whoever wins,
like a one-on-one.
Yeah, one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's the one-on-one, and then the winner will get this gold and like silver and stuff like. And then
that's how we should do it today. We should do that.
One-on-one.
Like leaders, like they should just fight each other instead of, you know.
Yeah. I mean, we can. I'll take care of Putin. No problem. Putin, you know. I've been wanting to fight Putin a long time. It's not secret. No problem. I'm not scared. Like, basically, that was the UFC.
First UFC.
Yeah.
It was the first UFC held right here.
Damn.
Furthermore, revealing the fighter's plans for the future, Coach John Wood claimed that this is just the beginning of the peak of Merab Dvalishvili, having even more on his agenda to achieve. According to John, watching Merab spar in the training camp feels surreal, prompting questions to arise, such as how the fighter became so powerful and what he would do next.
It's right time, right place. I see it every single day. Some guys take the opportunities, some guys pass the opportunities. You see, Joshua Van jump up now. In 3 fights, he's fighting for the title.
Yeah,
like those are guys that seize the moment, and maybe if he doesn't do that, he never gets a title shot. You have to take those moments. You have to take those risks. And a lot of it, like I said, it's everything coming together, all the right time to form. And if some of those ingredients aren't there, maybe you could sneak in, but you're not going to stay there. It just everything has to kind of be there.
Additionally, Michael Bisping called the UFC 320 fight one of the most iconic of this generation, expressing his shock and disbelief at how Merab was able to build his career from scratch and maintain the winning streak that he did till this time. While praising Merab, Michael did not forget Corey as well. Claiming that the fighter was one with a huge boxing IQ, Michael stated that his footwork in the ring is extremely applaudable.
Phenomenal fight. Merab Dvalishvili is slowly becoming one of the biggest stars in the UFC, which is an unbelievable arc for this man's career. He's got a record of 20 wins with 4 losses. He's on a crazy win streak right now. He's defended the belt 2 times, took it off O'Malley, beat Umar Nurmagomedov, choked out O'Malley in the next one. But I do believe that Corey Sandhagen does provide some unique problems. His fight IQ is just off the scale. He's a very, very smart and calculated guy. He has a very cerebral approach in there. He has beautiful footwork. Look at that knockout that he had over Frankie Edgar, where he was backing up. He was lulling Frankie Edgar into a false sense of security, backs up and then leaps into the air, flying knee, knocked him out cold, face planted him. Just a beautiful setup. And of course, on the ground as well.
In another instance, while talking to Daniel Cormier, Merab claimed that his opponent is not the kind of fighter that can be overlooked or underestimated. The Sandman is known for a reason, having broken the knees of a previous opponent while sparring. Explaining exactly what was on the line, Merab stated that Corey is a very dangerous fighter, making the fight even more exciting for the viewers. Merab stated, "This is going to be war. Corey Sandhagen is a really good fighter, you know. His footwork is very good. His cardio is good. Even if you take him down, he attacks leg locks." He continued by saying, he broke Figueiredo's knee and Figueiredo had to quit in the fight because of the knee injury. And we all see how he knocked out Frankie Edgar, another wrestler, you know? So this guy is dangerous. He has a lot of experience. Moreover, a coach's confidence in his fighter makes the most difference. And it is clear by the way Coach John Wood discusses his fighter, Merab, that the fight would be dangerous for both parties. According to John, Merab Dvalishvili has the ability to prove himself to be this generation's GSP, considering his dominance so far in the UFC world and the way the fighter has been able to carve his name in history through hard work.
Becoming the best, I think he can be this generation's GSP, if we keep evolving. Now, that's going to be a soundbite. People are going to say, Coach Wood says Merab's the new GSP. And I get it. That's okay. Yeah. But they're different fighters. I'm just saying that he can have that kind of run. He can have that kind of dominance. The Anderson Silvas, the GSPs. I believe we're in line for that.
On the other hand, in contrast to the praises that Merab showered his opponent with, Corey did not seem to be in the mood to do the same. According to the fighter, while Merab is a respectable fighter, the pedestal that he has been put on of having to prove himself as a legend would soon break off. Corey claimed that people are merely making a superhero out of a normal fighter who would be easily defeated in the ring.
I mean, becoming a star is just a result of something that I think that will happen, honestly, but I think that it's going to happen on its own because of how great I know that I can be. how many great more years I still have in the tank of myself. And yeah, I mean, the reason that I really love this fight in particular is because Merab is really put on a pedestal right now. And in typical fashion in the just world of MMA, it is overdone because everyone wants to create, you know, invincible superheroes out of everyone, which is a part of promoting stuff.
While the press conferences and training updates continue to fuel anticipation, one thing is clear: UFC 320 is shaping up to be a war between endurance and precision, chaos and calm, the Machine and the Sandman. Let us know in the comments below who you believe will walk out victorious on fight night. Will Merab Dvalishvili prove that his machine-like pace cannot be matched, or will Corey Sandhagen find a way to stop the champion's relentless motor? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update.